Live from Southern California, allies, cohorts, two hosts going over today's news. We now present to you the Mark and Andre Show. Here are your hosts, Mark and Andre.
Thank you. I want to let you guys know that this installment of the Mark and Andre Show is brought to you by Game Swappers. Game Swappers, buy, sell, and trade your retro games and next-gen consoles. You can come into contact with Game Swappers on Instagram at GAMESWAPPERS. That's at GAMESWAPPERS. Game Swappers, buy, sell, and trade. Andre, it's a pleasure to have you on the show again. Man. So now we're going to be talking about ISIS, Kurt Cobain, Hulk Hogan, Donald Trump, Anonymous. We have a lot to talk about today.
A bunch of random shit.
Exactly. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just laughing at that. Every time we start the show, we shake hands like people can see us greeting each other. But yeah. I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good today.
That's the funny thing. I have been doing that the last couple of shows. But anyway, if we were actually doing this with actual like radio studio, you'd be like 5 feet away.
We wouldn't even be close enough.
I know. I'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, that's me. I'm here. You're here with me. So check this out. So let's talk about the first subject we have at hand. I can speak for both of us saying that we are kind of well versed in false flag operations, kind of well versed in what's going on with the war in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. How about we get into this? American-born Mohammed Jamal Kawis was caught this week in Iraq by Kurdish officials, and he said that he made a bad decision to join ISIS, and they are not good Muslims. Well, buddy, you kind of signed up for that.
I don't know, what was he expecting? Like, I thought you guys would be different. Like, you guys just, you kill for a good cause. I don't understand why he thought that there was some kind of positive outcome when joining.
Wait, you're that ISIS? Oh my God, I got to get out of here. I'm out. What was this guy thinking of saying that? Like, at the end of the day, this guy's he's getting arrested. He's affiliated with ISIS, getting arrested for war crimes and terrorists.
He's going to be tortured.
Attack. Yeah, and then he's at the hands of Kurdish Iraq officials. Now he's going to be at the mercy of them. He might get executed.
Oh yeah.
This is talk about signing up for something, going up for something you didn't sign up for. What was his attorney thinking? His attorney was like, "Look, dude, just say you didn't think this was what they were doing."
I don't know. Say you thought it was a party club or something. I don't know. Figure it out, man. Like, the lawyer doesn't know what to do?
Oh, ISIS. Those guys. I didn't know it was them.
I thought it was is.
Oh, my gosh. So I totally hope this guy gets whatever he gets coming his way.
What crimes has he committed, do you know?
Nothing as far as the
just being in ISIS alone is a
being
big
in ISIS
crime.
alone gives you affiliations, and you're like you're a criminal to the United States. You're a terrorist. You are affiliated with a terrorist group. That gives you a felony off the jump. I mean, he's probably looking at 10. Well, if he was tried in American court, probably 10 to 20, 20 to 20 plus years.
Damn. Well, I mean, if I could play devil's advocate, I don't know. We don't know his cause for joining ISIS. Maybe he had some type of intentions that we are not aware of.
Yeah.
Maybe he joined ISIS to have a better understanding of it. Maybe he was forced into ISIS.
Yeah.
I mean, because what kind of dude joins a terrorist group and comes out like, these guys are terrorists?
Yeah.
Like, is it a new level of terrorism that he wasn't anticipating? Or did he discover that ISIS isn't some kind of way connected to America? Or he got some extra information that he wasn't okay with?
I know, huh?
Who knows?
You knew too much, man. Get out. Wait, why are you guys speaking in Italian? Or Italian accents? Hey, just get out.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, buddy.
So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this guy is still affiliated with the group. I don't care. Especially since he's American-born, that means he had to go out of his way to get there.
Right.
If people know, if me or you actually got
you had
flights,
to actually find them.
If me and you actually boarded flights to Jordan, they'll actually investigate us.
Immediately?
Yeah. They'll look to see if we have any ties.
Well, what if we wanted just to go out there for spring break or something?
Oh, yeah.
Beach towels and shit?
Beach towels with no coast. We're just here for the ladies. I don't want to go into that.
Don't do it.
Next subject we have Kurt Cobain's shotgun was being displayed. The image of the shotgun was being displayed from the police department, which it's still being held, and it's been going out through various news outlets. And this gets to Facebook and now catches wildfire. Gets the conspiracy theorists crazy because the allegation was that Kurt Cobain, his shotgun was melted before it can actually be tried.
Melted?
Yeah, it was melted. I'm like
thrown in a lava pit, like the T2.
Yeah, exactly. The main thing is that Kurt Cobain shot. Like a lot of people had disputes whether or not Kurt Cobain actually did it. People think that it's impossible to pull off the trigger of a double-barreled shotgun while. I don't know if it was double barreled or single barreled, but to put to get it positioned into your mouth
to fire it.
Yeah, and to fire it with your big toe on your
right.
It's just really
it's too much effort to like murk yourself, right?
I guess he.
Well, I'd never dived into the whole Kurt Cobain conspiracies just because I'm like it would be an endless rabbit hole that I don't feel like going down.
Yeah,
but I guess let's just go and focus on the fact that it was melted. What's the point of melting the weapon?
They said that it was melted before it can go to try, like the weapon can be investigated. So
no fingerprints can be discovered or whatever. But even, okay, if that's the case, if we're dealing with the media here, come on, they could just easily lie. I mean,
yeah, they could
why
be
do we
any
need to go to great lengths to take it to molten levels and melt things?
We don't need to heat it up.
We don't need to melt the gun. So, but now cops are pulling out a shotgun out of nowhere saying, this is the gun, it wasn't melted.
Yeah.
But even then, if we're dealing with more conspiracy theories, I mean, they could just lie. We don't have the actual fingerprint data. No one's releasing the fingerprint data. They just took a picture of a fucking shotgun. I can go to the nearest pawn shop, grab a shotty, take a picture of it.
This was the Kurt
Cobain shotgun. So, and we don't know what it looks like. We don't have details of the original weapon.
The autopsy photo on Rotten.com when I used to go to Rotten.
Yeah. Oh, why?
Well, it was the.
Is it still a thing? Is Rotten?
I don't know.
I don't check.
I haven't checked.
For all the listeners, if you guys know, is Rotten.com still a thing? Because I'm too scared to check myself.
The funny thing is, it doesn't show that much as far as his autopsy photo just shows his foot.
What?
Because I guess it was so gory and like.
That's him.
Look at that foot.
Look at that. That's Kurt.
That's a Cobain foot.
That's
if I've ever
Kurt.
seen it. That's a Kurt big toe.
It's fucking some super fan. That's him, man. He's fucking gone, dude.
I seen that toe on tour.
I seen that toe on tour. He kicked the shoes off.
He wore a sandal one time and I saw it.
I kept the shoestrings. I know that foot.
I kept a shoestring on his sandals. I'm like, wait, hold on, what? Here's an article for all you wrestling marks out there.
Hulk Hogan, brother. Hulkamaniacs are going to be running wild on you, brother.
He was awarded $150 million from in damages from the sex tape that was released via Gawker.
So what you gonna do when you see Hulk Hogan run wild on a woman through you?
Hulk Hogan.
Randy Savage in the back.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
oh yeah. Hogan, you are definitely getting in too deep. Oh, yeah.
Give it to her.
Give her Slim Jim.
Don't
Give her a
hold
Slim
back.
Jim. You're the cream of the crop, Hogan.
Don't hold back on account of my presence, brother.
I'm telling you this from the grave. Elbow drops from heaven, brother.
$115 million richer the man is. And
$115 million.
This guy was deep in the hole as far as bankruptcy goes. Linda Hogan took a lot from him.
He was deep in the hole.
That was good. He was deep in the hole, financially wise, and if you look at the sex tape, you'll find the second hole that he was deep into. So the thing is that this guy's now $115 richer, and
$115 million.
Yeah, $115 million richer, and now this kind of puts this brings a big cushion back into his financial portfolio. Yeah, I think he was almost teetering on broke. I mean, you've seen the commercial with the Loan Mart.
Right, but I don't think that's going to help him. Giving a person that, I believe he had spending habit issues, right?
Could go the Mike Tyson route, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to give him this, and what was he going to do? I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to just toss. Is it a lump sum, or is he going to get it in increments?
I assume with that kind of money, you don't get it that much. You would rip that company. You would rip the company's profits pretty much all the way if you ended up taking all that money. I think it's going to be lump sums.
Damn, man.
And like I said, he has to pay the retainer for the attorney.
Right.
So he might get
the attorney wins.
might get about 80 70 million.
Oh, I see.
It's always half, sometimes more.
Hopefully he invests appropriately, instead of, I want a roller coaster.
I'm getting desperate, brother, so go hit up Lone Mart, brother.
Dude, his Lone Mart commercials are so ridiculous. Like, what's up, dude? It's me, Hulk Hogan, with X to the Z exhibit. I'm like, man, geez, you're joining the other guy that's broke too? Dang, this guy.
The most unlikely pair.
Yeah,
that would make a really good B movie, man.
It's funny, too, because speaking of Lone Mart, and this still pertains to Hulk Hogan, is that when I listen to, 93.5 K-Day, which is mostly an old-school hip-hop station, I hear nothing but auto loan commercials. But when I listen to, K-Earth 101 or Cola, which are oldies stations, I hear nothing but solar panel commercials and
how to allocate your funds and to balance your checkbook.
You have too much money. But you hear it on 93.5, it's like,
is your life in shambles?
Stuck in a rut, call Lone Mart, brother. I'll get you out of that hole, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Hulk Hogan, I hope you end up coming back to WWE as some kind of manager or something, but I mean, after this whole thing dies down, the race issue, that's died down a lot, but this has to die down a little more.
Race issue? Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, you never heard?
What, he drag races?
No,
he...
The race issue, yeah, he did a NASCAR event without telling
without telling he broke WWE. Contract. He breached the contract by racing in NASCAR.
He basically said some racial expletives on
Did he say it about African Americans?
Yes.
Niggas be tripping though.
Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan thinks he's black. I think. But anyway, that's. I think Hulk Hogan's ears are ringing right now because someone at least is talking about him right now.
You can feel this.
Let's go into this next subject. I want to keep it general for you because I know you're not that savvy into sports.
Right.
But let me tell you how this is. So this guy named Adam LaRoche, right? He played for the Chicago White Sox. Mm-hmm. He retires after being told that his son can't be in the clubhouse with him the whole season. So this is basically this guy trying to do the whole take your son to work day and trying to do it every day.
Yeah.
You got to imagine being in a clubhouse with guys that are, about 20 to 35 years old.
Mm-hmm. That's a risk to the child.
Exactly. And I'm thinking a lot of people are saying, well, you know what? He's a stand-up father for letting him for retiring because his son won't be in the clubhouse. I'm like, aren't you thinking about the kid himself?
Yeah, but I mean, there's two ways you can view the coin.
Yeah.
I can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
LaRoche, right?
Yeah.
I can understand where LaRoche is coming from. He wants to have his son around really good influences, right? But I don't know. That might not be the best way to go about it.
Yes.
Because I guess he wants him to be around people of influence, powerful people.
Yeah.
And so he can see the good life, apparently. I don't know at this clubhouse, but he's putting his child at risk. I don't know why he thinks that's a great idea. Why can't he just do it once a week or set up some type of schedule for his son to show up?
The funny thing you mentioned that is because the GM was okay with him bringing his kid in, but he had to dial it down a bit. He had to at least not bring him in all the time.
Right.
He said, "Oh, it's fine. Bring your kid. That's fine. But you bringing him every day does not work." Picture a clubhouse after a game. Right. Guys are changing. Guys are going in, washing up after the game.
Dongs are out.
Yeah, exactly. And this kid's all exposed to that.
Yeah.
This isn't.
And he has to walk because he's smaller, so he has to walk under.
You walk through him. Hey, yo,
all just.
I don't know what his kid's name is. Hey, son, can you pass me a bar of soap? They have to walk through all the showers and animal.
Like 20 in a row.
But so this isn't the environment for this kid.
No, it's not.
And not every day. You can bring him in once in a while, bring him after you guys are all suited up or whatever, or even before the game. But I've never seen a kid. There's never been an instance where a kid has always been with his father during the games.
Do you think it's some type of attempt of him being a better father by having his son around?
I think he's making up some lost ground at home.
Okay, that makes sense. But I don't know. That's him being a diva to retaliate like that.
Yeah, sometimes being a good father is going to conflict with your work life.
Right.
Because if you're paying attention more to your son, that means your focus is primarily on him, so you're not thinking about work.
And you said he retired?
He retired because of it.
Damn.
So, but that's the thing. The Chicago White Sox look at it as about $14 million saved because that's how much his year contract was going to be.
But did they take a big L losing him, or
no?
Okay.
He's
in a wheelchair already.
His batting average isn't really. You're not really losing out on much. For $14 million, you could find a better batting average somewhere else. We're a lot cheaper too. But I mean, at the for one of the way I looked at it, I was all like, how is someone complaining about bringing his son in every day?
Right.
Like, where's this kid in his school? Like, what the heck is that?
Where do you have him in the clubhouse?
You have a professor. So
watch my son, please.
Yeah, exactly. His professor trails him too. He's like, that's his tutor. He teaches him, homeschools him.
Leaves him with some creepy dude.
But basically, bottom line, I think Adam LaRoche had to. He was at a crossroads, and well, he had to retire because of it. So
that's fucking stupid, man.
Even to dial it down a little bit, think of that. PS4 is planning a new version of the console that's actually going to have 4K resolution. It's being dubbed the PS4.5. So I guess they're going to make enough consoles to accommodate all the 18 4K televisions that people have around the United States. Because 4K to me,
there's too much definition. Like, I can't take all this shit.
Your eyes can only go up to about I've heard reports saying that your eyes can only are able to define about 720.
Right. And then we have the frame rates being doubled, dude. So we're getting 60 frames per second with these games.
Yeah.
It's fucking with our eyes.
We can't.
It gives you headaches. I get really heavy migraines.
Yeah.
And I remember I was playing the PS4 edition of The Last of Us.
Uh-huh.
I'm not into modern gaming. I'm kind of just stepping away from because everything involves shooting something in the face. I'm kind of over it. But I played this game. It was the best game I've ever seen graphically.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. It was beautiful. 60 frames per second. It was unbelievable. Blood and guts looked a little too real.
Yeah.
But I could only play it for about an hour until I started to get a horrible headache. There's too much definition, dog. And now we're about to move up to 4K. Have you seen 4K screens? Have you watched a movie in 4K?
I heard that the Desolation of Smaug was actually filmed. Well, all the new Lord of the Rings movies were filmed in 4K.
The new there's more Lord of the Rings?
Well, the Hobbit ones.
There's secret ones. You have to be in a secret society to watch them. But I remember the Hobbit. It was shot at it was 48 frames a second or something like that, and it was really jarring visually.
Yeah.
I remember audiences saying that it took them almost 20 to 30 minutes to get used to what it looked like.
Yeah.
Because your eyes only used to capturing that 24. If I'm correct on the frames per second.
Yeah.
I don't want any nerd out there pissed off because I'm getting the frames per
You
second.
are incorrect.
You're incorrect. It's supposed to be 27, asshole.
27.4, and that's final.
And that's...
But we're going to a point of in a day and age now where we're going to try to get so much quality that our eyes can't even perceive it.
Right, okay, well, I was just at Walmart, not Walmart, I was at a Best Buy. Both of them, they're the same shit. And I was in the TV area, and they were showing examples of, the new modern TVs, the newest TVs. And they're showing these, surfing vids as a demo for the quality of the television.
Yeah.
And it's so over the top good and quality wise that it looks better than real life.
Yeah.
It looks better than our own human eyes can perceive.
Yeah.
That's a little much to me, personally.
That's too much definition.
It's too much definition. But, I mean, that's a stupid complaint. I'm pretty sure there's some purists out there that are, used to this and they're embracing this amount of quality with open arms. But, okay, let's just hop on the PS4 thing.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking stupid. To go... Yep. Oh, we're not going to give you the PS5. We're just going to give you an upgrade system-wise that you have to pay for. And I understand it's not something that you can... it's not a software update that you can have. You can't download a new firmware. It's actually
hardware.
It's all hardware, so you got to get new parts. But if that's the case, why don't you just develop your PS5 and make that the best you can make it, and then have 4K compatibility instead of having people shell out it's probably going to be another $400 or $500, right?
Well, $5 or $6 because you have to adjust for prices now, especially since they're going to say 4K. There's going to be 4K games now.
But is there any additional perks that we're going to get out of this?
They haven't said it in this report. It only gave me the fact that it's going to have
backwards compatible. You can play PS1 games. You can shove your Nintendo cartridges in the back of it.
Universal slots.
It'll make milkshakes for you.
It better make milkshakes for $600.
It'll aerate your wine. I don't think there's anything that it can do that'll warrant a $600
The
price
PS
tag.
4.5 Foreman grill. Then I'll buy it. If it can, if while I'm playing God of War, it can make me a nice beef, like a nice hamburger, or like, you know, make me a good pastrami sandwich while I'm playing the game, then I'm sold.
If it could jumpstart my car,
The PlayStation Foreman. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to cut the fat, give you all the game, but cut the fat. The PS Foreman. You heard it here first on the Mark and Andre show.
George Foreman's at home right now writing down notes.
That's genius. I think that's genius.
I think that's just genius.
It's funny too because he's pushing like invent help commercials too.
Oh,
Right. So you were going to mention
I just recently read on Xbox One is now stepping forward and allowing multi-platform network play. So that means you guys can play online with people on PC if they have the same game, and they are actually interested in cross-platforming with PlayStation 4 or with Sony. And questions have been, they've asked Sony, what do you guys think? How do you feel about this? And Sony's like, we're down. We're interested. One of their more recent games, I mean, these are only newer games that are implementing this new cross-network playing.
So the exclusive games like Killer Instinct and Street Fighter, both which respectively Killer Instinct with Xbox and Street Fighter with PC and PlayStation 4, they're going to be still...
They can be, so they'll still have their exclusives, but PC and PS4, they could connect if they join the game, if they add themselves to this whole thing. And I think it's something they've been working on for a long time.
Yeah.
I think this has been, behind closed doors, but Sony and Xbox are working together to push gaming forward.
Yeah.
Because they said that the game that Xbox One has that's cross-platform for PC, PS4 does have that game and it has that feature.
Oh, wow.
It just isn't activated.
Jeez.
So this whole time, PS4 has been, or Sony rather, has been involved. They're just not saying anything about it. So I think in the next year, we're about to start seeing more cross-platform because PS4 is trying to push it, or Sony's trying to push themselves. They just released the virtual reality headset.
Oh, yeah.
That looks pretty incredible. So I think, in the next year or so, we're about to see cross-network play. And I'm excited about that. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be really good for gaming in general. But in my opinion, modern gaming needs another step forward. Because, I mean, if you look at the selection of games that we have for the modern games, that's why I stopped playing. Everything is a shooting game.
Everything's first-person
Everything's first-person shooter. The most
and
unique
about
thing,
zombies.
Anything with zombie date platformer. Like they're just throwing genres.
Sim zombie. Whoa.
Simsies. But like, I think we need to Nintendo's my favorite company as far as games are concerned because they're focused on the gameplay aspects. They're about to release a new system. I've heard a couple of rumors, but I don't want to confirm anything or I don't want to say anything's true. But this new system looks like it can be another revolution for gaming. But I need more fun games. I'm tired of shooting things. I don't want to shoot shit anymore. I want to do something interesting. But anyway, as far as cross-network play is concerned, I think that's an interesting step forward, but we might need something else. Yeah,
with that being said, I mean, it would be good to finally, this is actually good for like fighters like Street Fighter and Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat because now I know that they're exclusive now, but maybe the next iteration of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Killer Instinct, now we'll be able to, this will actually be good for tournament play because now you actually see who's the best of the best
in the world.
This actually takes all the filler out of like people who are good in PlayStation only and this and that. So you'll actually weed out and you'll actually have an actual list of people who are actually the who's who in all of the world connected on one network.
But this is what I'm expecting too.
No.
It's going to shut up all the console wars, as they call them. They're going to shut the console wars down because it's like, well, if we're all network playing, then you can't tell me that your Xbox version of this game is better because we're all playing together. Everybody's bitching about, PS4 has the best graphics. Xbox One has the best graphics. No, honestly, they all have the same amount of graphic. I mean, they talk to each other. If you guys don't know, like, I'll give you the skinny. These companies work together. You think they're rival companies and they're fighting one another. No, they talk to each other. They understand the technology that they're going to. Like, graphic-wise, where are you guys going to peak? We're going to peak in this area. Where are you guys going to graphically peak? We think we can hit around that area, but we might go a little bit higher. But we're not going to exceed you guys because we don't want to monopolize the gaming community. So everybody works together. Nintendo's just that other kid that sits at the kiddie table that no one gives a fuck about, but they still have their own purpose.
He's the middle schooler trying to hang out with the high school kids.
But I do feel...
He was once cool. He was once cool because he sold them drugs in the early 90s. But now he's back
he's on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
But, the console wars are relevant, but that's a totally different subject.
Yeah.
What else you got, man? I feel like I'll rant on that one for a while.
I mean, the one thing I wanted to retouch on, like you said, it will be good for fighter games because now you'll see, there'll be a true test and rank of see who is the best of the best. Not you don't need to segregate the systems anymore.
Right.
Now you'll have it. If this actually all comes down to it, it would be actually really good. Okay. Now let's go into, once again, we're going into Marvel movies, but who cares?
Well, actually, before we continue, we had a guest ask us, what we thought of the new Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Shreddy from Instagram asked me what I think about the new Stevie Ray Vaughan, or talk about the new Stevie Ray Vaughan album.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
It was cool.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I want to go on to Miles Teller, who actually is the actor behind the critically acclaimed Fantastic Four. No, I'm just kidding. Not critically acclaimed, but he's Miles Teller. He's the guy that played Mr. Fantastic and Fantastic
also
Four.
the lead for Whiplash, which is a fantastic film. But yeah, you never saw Whiplash? You never saw Whiplash?
No, what is
You never saw Whiplash?
And now you get me on something I haven't seen.
Whiplash, nigga! No,
Some random guy.
some dude busts in. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He says, he is one of the promising actors of the next
generation.
this generation. But which leads me to tell you is that he might get the Han Solo movie casting. But the funny thing is that he's actually admitted that he only seen the original trilogy very recently, a few weeks before his audition for Han Solo.
Now,
it was just a matter of us getting older, I guess.
well, okay, once again, I'll play devil's advocate. I'll always try to opposite you just to see if we can get a debate going.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say he did watch the trilogy last minute before he went to his casting call or his audition.
For the first time, mind you.
For the first time.
Yes.
First time seeing these films.
Yes.
If he can get the role perfect, then I don't see what the problem is.
Not at all. I mean, it's just... you can be one of the purists saying, he hasn't seen it? What the hell's wrong with him?
He doesn't love Star Wars. He's a homo.
Yeah, it's just... that's what people are getting at. And I don't mind it either way. Mm-hmm. But the thing is just like... he's kind of late to the game. I mean, the movies have been out since the mid-'70s.
I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, but
I showed Andre Empire Strikes Back,
which was phenomenal, by the way. But my first introduction to Star Wars was actually episode 1 through 3, which is a fucking nightmare.
Which you're going chronologically correct.
But, the experience wasn't.
So that means so you still haven't seen A New Hope and Return of the Jedi.
I haven't.
Okay,
I'm waiting. You have it on a Laserdisc. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's the only way to watch it. You can't watch the remastered ones.
No, fuck no.
No.
Okay, so just to, I don't know, going on that. Yeah.
He doesn't even look like Han Solo.
That's what I was going to get into.
Yeah.
He's fucking ugly, bro. You can't be him. No, I remember having a discussion. It's like, these reviewers from Red Letter Media, these guys are really funny, but they were saying like he's film ugly. He's not the best looking person for film.
Yeah.
And I don't care about vanity and the way a person looks, but Han Solo is this suave, cocky individual.
And he knows he's the shit.
He knows he's the shit, and he's a good looking fellow. He's handsome.
Yeah.
No homo. I'm not gonna, suck him off or anything, but I do think that we need to get someone much better to be in that role, especially some asshole that just watched the series last second. I'm all changing my stance on it.
Some advocate, right?
No, but okay, like
it's Miles Teller, and then it's going to be the guy from the Kingsman that are one of the two prospects.
Why?
I don't know, man. They're like trying to get a bunch of English dudes.
Well,
there's no like American Heartthrob. I think I'm gonna have to go back into acting. Fuck. My short-lived acting career that peaked in high school.
You might as well put fucking Michael Cera in that shit.
Or Seth Rogen as Han Solo. Or Janine Garofalo. You know what? Just go the Ghostbusters route and just have a chick play him.
Just flip it. Yeah.
Hana Sola. Might as well.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't want to divert, but what did you think about that?
About About the all-female Ghostbusters cast? Do you really want to be honest?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I think that consistency plays a vital part in making movies. And it's not the fact that, we're going to be progressive by having an all-female cast, but we're in a day and age where female comedians aren't what they used to be. We don't have our Roseannes. We don't have leading ladies that should be, leading ladies in Hollywood aren't funny.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Okay, Julia Roberts isn't hilarious.
Right.
there's not a comedic tone to any, let's just be blunt here. In Hollywood, beauty and comedy are two different things. You're either the comedic fat guy or you're the leading guy who's handsome.
Okay.
Same thing with women in acting.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how Hollywood is. And so my point is I want to keep it consistent. Let's keep it consistent to what it is. It's just having an all-female Ghostbusters cast that's non-linear. This is a reboot. Mm-hmm. It really kind of throws the whole franchise through a loop.
And I guess they were trying to do something unique and new because I think we had a discussion on just how reboots are killing Hollywood. Or, Hollywood's so desperate they're afraid to try new ideas because they need to cash in on these these films.
Yeah.
So we're going to use a new concept. Because let's say this might have been a different film. And they decided, we'll just use the Ghostbusters motif and throw that logo all over it.
Yeah.
This could have been another film about 4 chicks that are, catching ghosts or doing some paranormal stuff. And they were like, this isn't it's an original concept, but we're scared to throw it out in the open. So let's just throw Ghostbusters on it. Because I've seen that happen more than once. Max Payne is a great example.
Oh, yeah.
So Max Payne was not supposed to be
a Max Payne movie?
No.
Really?
I mean, it was supposed to be a detective style film, and they went, well, we'll just use the Max Payne motif, use the name.
There we go.
And just there we go. We'll get all the gamers in, and they'll hate the movie, but it doesn't matter because we'll get our money back.
There's also, and I want to point out too, is that there's actually a lack of star power with this movie.
What do you? Okay. In total, yeah, I think Kristen Wiig is one of the funniest females in Hollywood, and Sarah Silverman, but. We don't. Sarah Silverman's not in the film. I know, but I'm saying those are the only two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That I would be like,
But Melissa McCarthy is the female Chris Farley, and that's. Am I right? Yes.
Melissa McCarthy's a different Chris Farley.
There we go. See, that's why I have you on is just to do that. No. So you're thinking Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray,
right? But those were the heavy hitters, and. I think they put too much pressure on these chicks.
That's like if you had Kate Winslet and Kate Winslet and Gal Gadot, the one that plays Wonder Woman, and then Olivia Wilde, just
faces.
Yeah, I don't know if this would have took off anyway, but it's hard to find. Like Jay Farrow could have played the. I don't want to say it, but he could have played that Ghostbuster.
Don't be it. You made it more. You made it worse.
Oh, I like it.
The other.
He could play
the different Ghostbuster.
The different Ghostbuster.
The ethnic Ghostbuster. The
urban. No, the urban.
The street Ghostbuster. No.
Oh, jeez. Hey.
All worked. So hard to beat around the bush.
I forgot what's his name. It's funny too.
Willie. It's Willie.
No, it's not Willie. Well, let me think. Let me know what you think about it.
Well, okay. Because so in regards to,
do you think it is about consistency? Do you think we should be consistent instead of going this other route?
Well, I'm not afraid of it. America's just sexist.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of the film, but in the standards of Hollywood, I just know this is an opportunity to get cash. Yeah. I think they flipped the sexes for controversy's sake because now its name is everywhere. I mean, you could have just used an all-male cast, said Ghostbusters reboot, and everybody would have been fine.
Yeah.
But they really wanted to stir up some fucking pots or what, I don't know what kind of expression I was about to use just now, but they want to get people upset. I think they deliberately did this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they tried to get the best cast that they could female-wise, and I think they only had 2 out of the 4 that they have, like 2 heavy hitters that are really going to be funny and fulfill their roles. But I don't like who they casted as the urban Ghostbuster.
Yeah. They should have got Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson in a wig, dog. Yeah. That would have been fine.
Ernie Hudson was playing Winston. That's what it was.
There we go. Okay. I was going to say Winslow. I was close.
Winslow. It's always a Winslow.
It was either Winslow or Uncle Phil, but I didn't know which. But like, I think, what I saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
For Winston's character.
Yeah.
Winston,
Well,
right?
the female Winston.
Yeah,
right?
the female Winston character. They made her some type of like idiot. They made her an idiot. Like they made her this kind of ignorant.
Oh Lord, hell no!
I know all about New York.
Oh, I'm black.
And then just so on the nose. Whereas
Which trailer was that?
that was
I'm black.
That's
She had her hand twirl. Okay, but here I want to play out on that. Is that Melissa McCarthy's role was supposed to be hers, and
Really?
it was supposed to be a flip.
what?
Yep. What do you think about that?
Oh fuck.
Because Melissa McCarthy, she could play
So she
that
was supposed to be
average
in
Joe.
blackface.
When I see Melissa McCarthy, I see lunch lady or I see bus driver. How's that? You like that?
Or a woman eating sandwich. But Winston's character. Winston? Am I saying?
Well, to the female Winston. I don't know her name.
But
yet.
okay, Winston's character in the original
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, he was street savvy. He was smart.
Yeah.
He was smart enough to be on the team. He wasn't just some asshole they threw on the squad.
Yeah, some
We
jerk
need a
from
black-
New York.
We need some diversity in this group.
Yeah.
And they threw this guy on. No, he was actually very street smart, street savvy, and they needed him. He was an essential part to the team.
Yep.
But based on the trailers that I saw, they made her character
Exploited her big time.
Yeah, they exploited her big time,
Yeah.
like Black Dynamite style, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know the direction this film's gonna go. I mean, effects wise, they're gonna handle that shit. It's gonna look amazing, but
a lot better than it did in the 80s.
but even then, it still was fun.
It was still good to see.
First of all, we didn't need the effects because the characters is what had you watching the film.
Yeah, I think of the characters before I think of the graphics.
Despite
on
us not
Ghostbusters.
remembering their names, it doesn't
Well,
matter.
Ernie Hudson, yeah. Once I remember that name,
I like that name. I'm Ernie. What up, nigga? But I don't know. I think this film, for sure, is not going to follow the same feeling that the original had.
Yeah.
But I bet you there's going to be fan service to the original films.
there we go.
This is going to be a nightmare, to be honest. And I'm going to watch it because I can't wait to watch this nightmare take place. I hope it's as bad as like The Room or Birdemic.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to work. But as far as the all-female casting goes, I don't give a fuck. If the film experience is good, I'm down.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have thrown Ghostbusters on it.
The only thing I'm telling you too is that without consistency, you're putting yourself in a bad position already. That's my view on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I could cut less if it's an all female cast, but I mean, let's have some people that aren't like typecasted into these roles.
Right.
Let's get some people that can actually do some acting, and you could tell a good actor to be funny if you feed him or her the lines.
Right.
It's easy. That's how Will Ferrell and Seth Rogen got famous.
Damn. But I understand consistency does matter because if they recreated the Avengers and every character was Asian, I think there'd be a big issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
No disrespect to the Asians, I love you.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to spend time with as far as Ghostbusters. But I mean, I'm going to be in line to see it. I'll tell you that. I'll be down to see it. As far as Miles Teller not knowing about Star Wars, he's a little late to the game.
He is a
Should
little late
have
to
he
the
should have watched it when he was a kid. I think he still is a kid.
As an
now.
actor, I mean, and a lover of film, how did you not experience?
You know what?
Star Wars?
I didn't even mention that, and that is true. That is true.
You're an actor. I mean, and to be honest, I mean, the originals, based on the one you showed me, which was A New Hope, correct?
No, it's Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes
the best
Back.
one out of the
We'll
three.
edit that out, even though this is live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Empire Strikes Back, the directing was solid, the editing was solid. There's a lot you can learn.
Cliffhangers too, man.
Cliffhangers too, and it played a lot on your emotions. The score was perfect. There were so many things you could learn, acting wise and directing wise, through those films. So I don't know why he didn't try to watch these movies.
He's like the guy that crash studied before the exam. That's what I think about.
Who wrote the cheat sheet on his hand? Like he's at the audition. I am Han Solo. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, come here.
Hey, Chewbacca.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, but you're my dog, right? That's his dog.
Anonymous, the hacking group. And by the way, we're going on to a new subject, by the way.
Yeah, we're moving on.
The Anonymous has leaked key information about Donald Trump. Now, if Anonymous keeps proceeding with this while he's president, they have become terrorists to the United States for doing a cyber attack upon a government official. So, Anonymous has been getting away with a lot of stuff lately, and there's been good things because I remember they actually exploited a bunch of congressmen who actually were affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
But with this, it's like well, what do we not already know about Donald Trump that they can leak? I don't care about his social. What are you going to run credit on a guy who's been bankrupt a couple times?
Yeah, like, what other information that you can you give out?
These guys are really into some dangerous territory.
Right.
I mean, they every time they hack something, it's always dangerous. But it's like, this is you're teetering on warfare.
Yeah, but do you know?
We're talking like carpet. They could carpet bomb the area where they're at.
But cyber warfare is actually more frightening to me than physical warfare.
Oh yeah.
If any of you guys, any of the listeners out there have seen the Live Free Die Hard movie, all right. So the villain of that film was a hacker, and this hacker was absolutely lethal. He had gotten control over the entire city and started manipulating the bank accounts. He started manipulating people's lives, homes, even the street lights. Like, he was messing with street lights, causing complete havoc. He didn't blow up a bomb. He just set all the lights in the city to be green, and it was just mayhem. People were crashing, exploding, like dying. That's all he did. It was because everything is run through an electric source of some kind. So to have a hacker that declares war, we don't have a chance, to be completely honest, because everything that we use and operate, especially the military is way ahead of us technology-wise. They have a lot of technology that we don't use. Yeah. But these guys, if they wanted to, could shut down the entire military operation of America.
So it's like a Robin Hood thing, where they're actually doing
and
it
they're for America. It's not like they're against America, but if Donald Trump does become president, they're not going to allow him to push these I'm losing it, but they're not going to allow Donald Trump to have what he wants in regards to being the president. Yeah. And I'm not mad at him. Do your thing, anonymous. Fuck yeah. Yeah. But I don't want to go into a deep political debate, but Donald Trump is not going to be president. Yeah. There's no fucking way. Yeah. There's seriously no fucking way. I feel like Donald Trump's purpose Donald Trump's purpose in this whole race is to scare people into voting.
It's to make Hillary Clinton look better. It's the less of two evils.
We're limiting our options here. Yep. And they're trying to scare the fuck out of people to get them to vote. Because I'm like this is crazy.
Between Trump and Hillary, right? I'm not gonna vote for either one.
No, I'm looking at Bernie, man. I'm feeling the burn. I'm not going into that, but yeah, I see what's happening. Yeah. Donald Trump isn't going to be president, but damn, man, he's a motivator to get people to vote for the wrong person. Because who the fuck? I can't believe the people that he's got like voting for him. But okay, let me go.
You go get him, Donald Trump.
Get him, Donald. Put up that wall and make the Mexicans pay for it. That makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Canadians go to hell. Like, keep all them Canadians. I mean, keep all the Mexicans out.
Okay, wait. Quick tangent. All right, so my only problem with this whole race right now. Yeah. Because I'll just be honest, Donald Trump is a genius.
This race? What do you mean by that?
Shut the fuck up. Donald Trump is a genius. Yeah. He's approached politics with a business mindset, right? Mm-hmm. So he's not doing politics correctly. Nope. Like, in a political situation, if you say something that offends someone, you immediately, your next speech, you have to find a way to fix it.
Especially in a different country.
Right. You can't offend a person in politics. So you have to, everything that you fuck up, you have to patch up immediately. Yep. That's the whole point of politics and doing a political run. Yep. He'll offend somebody and immediately, like, he's not apologetic about anything. Nope. So, I'm sorry I offended you. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's how exactly
I've never seen that work, but it's effective because it's just, I've heard some people talk about him, right? And first of all, America has been dumbed down in a way that I can't understand. I don't know why.
It's sad.
It's the worst.
It's kind of going to play on our next topic, but keep going.
Oh, cool. And, I remember people were doing interviews of Trump supporters, and they're like, well, why do you like Trump? He just doesn't talk all that political stuff. He's just straight. He's for the people and he's straightforward. That's all. Like, Jesus. But I understand. He's straightforward. He doesn't speak in these political terms. He doesn't beat around the bush. He keeps it
very general.
He keeps it very general, and he doesn't extend his vocabulary. He just goes, I want to make America great again. What do you think of Hillary Clinton? She sucks.
She's a woman and I hate her.
And that's all he has to say. But if you think of a politician, they'll be like, well, what do you think of your competition, Trump? Well, first of all, that is an amazing question, and I'm glad you asked that question. That's a very important question. I'm about to address that question. I feel like Donald Trump is an amazing candidate, and I feel like in regards to him running America, he might not be the best, but I think he could be a great option. What the fuck?
Did you just Donald Trump that answer? I don't know about this political mumbo jumbo, but all I know is that you got to keep all the tamales out of Mexico. Keep all the tamales out of California.
There's not enough jobs because the Mexicans are taking it. But you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, his crap. I mean, his crap is like he's on a very short fuse now. I mean, it's all gonna stem up in September where it's come to voting time.
But I mean, and one more
November,
note,
right?
One more note.
Don't we all know vote in November?
I forgot.
I don't even vote. Well, I haven't.
Nobody knows. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. But one more note, and then we can move on. What scares me the most about Donald Trump's supporters, is that this is the opinion of the American people.
A strong majority.
A strong majority of America is racist. They want Mexicans out.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck about anyone but themselves. I was looking at a post that some African American dude had posted, and all he did was he went to a rally, or he went to one of his speeches.
Yeah.
He was just there. That's all he was. He was just there. Trump had a Secret Service agent stand next to him the whole time. And the dude took a picture of himself smiling, right?
Yeah.
There's people in the background like angry that he's just present. He didn't do anything. He wasn't a supporter. He wasn't a protester of any kind. He just wanted to go and see what it was about.
Yeah.
And people were like, get him out of here. We don't want him here. Like, why is this guy here? He didn't do anything. He was just there to see what Trump was talking about. In a sense, to understand what Trump was speaking on.
Yeah.
And he was like, based on what I witnessed, he had people chanting, kill the Mexicans, kill the Muslims.
Wow.
He was like, it looked like something that Hitler would do. I don't want Hitler comparisons. It doesn't make sense because Hitler has done way worse.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's basically him running a cult.
That's exactly what it is, because there's no answers that are being solved at all. And this guy is basically saying, oh, I'm going to take you to the promised land. That sounds a lot like Jonestown to me.
And then once his ass gets on that chair, once he gets in the office, he's not going to do anything he promised. He's just going to kick back and blow some shit up.
Probably help out his lobbyists, the people lobbying for him too.
No, he's just doing it to promote like a new hotel or some shit.
No, probably. I'm going to be changing the White House to the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. This one will actually be bombed immediately. And I'm going to hire a bunch of Hispanic day laborers at Home Depot for it. The irony. To avoid taxes.
Oh, man, let's move on. I'm sorry.
Conspiracy Corner. Now, speaking of all this this racial tension, do you feel that race segregation on social media is a ploy from our government to enhance negative race relations? I want to chime in. My first one here is I'm seeing, every time I look on my Facebook, like I scroll through, I'm seeing nothing but watch this white man tell this black man something.
Right.
Watch this Mexican tell something about Donald Trump.
Right.
Watch this and this and that. How about we stop doing that? It's like it's getting to the point where I'm sick and tired of seeing us being so divided. Like
I believe that resegregation is an agenda of the media. No joke, because this is the first time probably, in the last
It's been really racially heated.
Right,
it's been really getting very uncomfortable.
I mean, based on all the killings and all that other stuff, I spoke on that with someone else a while back. It's like, they're highlighting white cops killing black kids because cops kill everybody. Cops kill lots of
Police
people.
Police brutality happens everywhere. Single day.
It happens every day, and it happens
States.
to every type of person.
But it's being magnified by people filming it.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't being filmed, it would go
under the bus.
It wouldn't be a fever pitch.
Right.
It would been this. The situations would be contained within the community, and it will be dealt as probably the same way as if it was viral.
Right. And
dismissed cases.
Right. They just move on. They just move on. But not, we all have a platform to express or show what's going on and show the injustice.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's selective. Like if you look at what Fox News, I hate Fox News, but any type of news outlet is showing in regards to police brutality, it has to be a white officer assaulting a black individual.
Yep.
The combinations are endless. Black cops beat up white people. Black cops beat up Mexicans.
Yeah.
White cops beat up Mexicans. White cops beat up Asians. They beat up everybody. They shoot everybody.
Yep.
But they're only highlighting black people. And I'm starting to see it's caused some type of added fuel to this fire, and now we're creating this resegregation situation. And now I talk to people, and they're using terms that I'm not used to hearing in a long time. Like, yeah, I was just chilling with this white dude that did this. Or, oh yeah, I was kicking it with my Mexican friend that did this.
Yeah.
We are now announcing our friendships and our identities by ethnicity first. I'm not used to that.
Every time I like mention someone's race, I do feel this thing of like, well, I feel uncomfortable because I don't like, I've never for a long time I've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's getting to a point to where it's like you can't even. Well, it's getting to a point now with anything you post on social media, you can get a screenshot can be detrimental to your job. It could be detrimental.
Yeah, people are getting fired.
Yeah, so it's like you got to watch what you're saying now, like in every regard. You know, mind, you know, if you're a racist bastard and you're saying racist crap on social media, good. Yeah. You'll get caught up for what you say because you got to keep that crap to yourself.
Right.
I don't want to hear it, and no one else on your feed wants to hear it.
Right.
But it's getting really uncomfortable around certain groups and around certain and especially if you get trolled enough to look at the message feeds where you see like people are from the mid South and just say, well, that's what it gets. This guy, it's like I wish they actually had like this thing where it kind of like segregates everyone separately, like as far as like people saying stupid shit.
Right.
Like Facebook should track that.
But they don't.
And they don't.
They don't. But here's the thing. It's like, that's obviously what the media wants.
Exactly.
And it's successful. But in my eyes, I don't feel like people realize they're doing all this shit. Because it's like, I'll see a post and it's a positive post. Oh, just chilling with my white friends. Why would you write white friends? Just chill with
white friends.
Right.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't tell people I chill with Mexican Mark. You know what I mean? I kick it with you. I kick it with my homeboy Mark. And it's scaring me because it's really having an impact on how people treat one another.
Yeah.
We are really putting a line between each other. And it's getting thicker and thicker with every incident that takes place between races. And then Donald Trump is just adding fuel to this fire as well. But I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I'm not trying to make a solution because I feel like it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, I definitely think that every time what Facebook should do is every time like something racially insensitive gets shared,
the poster should be assassinated.
Well, the post should just be deleted.
Oh,
I mean,
okay, yeah. So that's a little lighter than killing them.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, because it's like me just hanging out throughout my day, and then what Facebook does with these racial tensions, like, look what this Mexican guy did, or it's like, look what this white guy did. It's like Facebook is literally shaking me to watch this because it automatically plays. Remember?
Yeah, why? I don't
exactly.
That shit.
So you cannot stop this video from being played once you scroll to it, and then now you have to watch it. Like that's. To me, I think Facebook's in on it too. I think they're in the mix.
It's the only platform where we're all connected. Well, one more note. I'm starting to see this, especially in my own community. For those that don't know, I'm black. But in my own community, I'm starting to see this exclusivity where it's like, we do this. Or when it comes to our people need to do this. Or check this out. If our people did this, white people wouldn't have a chance.
Yes.
Or we need to do this to shut the white people up. And I'm kind of getting sick of it because I'm more of a universal individual. I believe in unity in all races and all people. I don't see color.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to catch that my own group we're kind of pulling ourselves away from the rest of the world, and then we're kind of putting this bad light on anything else that isn't us.
That's kind of like a form of self-segregation.
We're isolating ourselves, and I feel like that's not the way we should go.
That's the opposite of being with one another.
Right. Quick example. I'm starting to see white people like rocking braids, like, you know what I mean? Like rocking cornrows.
Yeah.
And black people are like, look at what the white community is stealing from our people. They should be destroyed. Like, I don't understand why we're trying to incite a war between races where it's like, let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's a hairstyle. It's just fucking hair, bro.
Yeah.
And that's just a minuscule event.
Even an enlightened conscious black man can't dispute can't try to find an argument with that because it's just general. It's just hair.
general. It's hair, and we all
rough hair,
are alive.
rough hair can do it. Wavy hair can do it. It's a braid.
But we're all human beings.
Exactly.
Fuck color,
At
dog.
the end of the day, pan out. When you go see a map, go on Google Maps and just see where you live. Zoom out. Keep zooming out. And keep zooming out. And you'll see nothing but a big mound of dirt.
That's it.
Which is land. And we're on it. And we're surrounded by a lot of water. That's the earth. We all live in it.
And if you keep zooming out,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
just a small
Yeah.
little dot.
We're nothing but a speck of dust in the billions and billions of galaxies and the billions and billions of stars. For everyone that does know about Carl Sagan, I do hope you appreciate that horrible impression of him. But yes, that's what I think. I think it is a ploy from the government that they're trying to incite racial tension with one another. That's what I specifically think.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Let's go on to a lighter subject. That's why I call Conspiracy Corner, because we go to the corner real quick to talk about it and then
run
come back
out.
War movies. I've seen a couple of them from the 60s. I like The Sands of Iwo Jima with John Wayne. And the first major war movie of my time, 1998, Saving Private Ryan.
Damn it.
I like that movie.
But that's easy. That's too easy.
Yeah,
That's why.
but to me, it's like this movie was extremely impactful to me just because it shows stuff about brotherhood, and it's like it shows the value of teamwork to save one person. Like that's what back in the day, at least that's what they would do. I mean, you try not to leave a man behind, and to go into war to save this one guy because of a law that exists in the military that if you got to do all that you can to save one of the lineages of brothers, because in the movie 2 of the brothers died and he's the last one. Yeah.
Fucking
They have to
war
take him out of
dark,
war.
man. Wait, this is a lighter note?
Oh yeah, this is a movie. It's fake. Yeah, it's light. So anyway, we go to the Normandy battle where some guy's guts are hanging out. That's a lighter note. I think war movies, to me, I think they, especially the ones that really don't put on a big patriotic support system. Like in Saving Private Ryan, you barely see you see very few American flags in that movie.
You do.
And
It's
that's
just
what
the grit, man.
Yeah.
You're in that shit, and there's no way out.
you even
feel
hear
what-
the rings,
Right,
like
right,
the rings
right.
of explosions after you
Right.
hear it.
Yeah, it's you see the intensity of warfare and how distant you are from the whole dream of America.
Yeah,
That was a very deep and engaging film. Fuck, you took one of mine, so I have to think of a new one.
yeah,
Full Metal Jacket for
Ooh,
sure.
yeah.
Full Metal Jacket, because it's just so fucking rugged. Like the experience as a whole is just dismal.
very accurate too.
Very accurate. I love the
staff sergeants are always like
oh
that.
my
Always
god,
like that.
and I loved that performance.
by R. Lee Ermey.
Yes, such a phenomenal performance.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know they stacked shit that high. The only thing that comes out of what I think is like Alabama or Steers and Queers.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't see any antlers on you. Like, jeez, man, this guy was like ripping into him.
And he actually improv the majority of what he said. I was like, holy
That's all he
fuck.
knows is
Yeah,
insults.
he just So definitely Full Metal Jacket, and then a second place is Wind Talkers, which was
Okay.
a John Woo directed
with
Saving
Christian-
Private Ryan.
with Nicolas Cage and Christian Slater.
Yeah, phenomenal films. But Full Metal Jacket, I remember seeing it in my youth, and
Yeah.
it fucked me up because I remember one of the soldiers couldn't handle the fact that he was like killing kids and women.
He went
Fucking blew his
crazy,
brains
yeah.
out. Like, and as a kid, I'm like, ah, Mom!
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Or even in the beginning with the guy killing his staff sergeant and then killing himself.
Yeah. It was just really grimy and dark, but as far as performances and acting and directing, I was engaged the whole way through.
Stanley Kubrick. Was it Stanley Kubrick that did it, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. I don't want to give inaccurate information.
I think so, but look it up and let's see, because I think I'm right. I'm just my mind's a blur. But
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick for sure, man.
He is the mind behind a lot of good films. Like I said, Space Odyssey. He almost filmed AI.
Oh, for real?
The story that went is that he was supposed to film AI, and then he passed away, and then Spielberg took the reins. So all the movie is all Kubrick doing the movie. What? Well, as far as all the like the writing and stuff, he had his touch into it. But the movie is awesome.
It's fantastic. It's a
the,
great film.
the modern day Pinocchio for technology.
It was exactly that.
Dude.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, like, remember he's talking to the Blue Fairy, and then they pan out. I thought that was gonna be it, dude. I was like, no, that is jacked up. I just was like, but then they end up saying that they bring back his mom,
right, and then
he has one day.
He has one day. Oh my god!
Can you give me a break? Like,
I think the movie was supposed to end at a certain point, but I think you know how Hollywood is like. Oh, we can't end it on that note.
The nostalgia critic actually went in on it.
Oh, he did.
He actually said that Kubrick actually wanted the whole thing from start to finish.
Fuck.
So it wasn't Spielberg pulling a Spielberg and
okay.
having a happy ending. It was actually that ending is what Kubrick wanted. But with back to going to Saving Private Ryan, I think the Tom Hanks. This is a Ron Howard directed film, and I think that I didn't know the guy from Happy Days was really going to do anything besides. It's crazy that he actually got into acting because Apollo 13's good, and then he did Saving Private Ryan. Ron Howard is a great director, especially and then you have Tom Hanks in the mix, dude.
Tom Shanks,
yeah, and then Vin Diesel, and then Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
It was all the cast is incredible. I have it on Blu-ray. It's one of the very first movies I bought on Blu-ray, just because I knew that. To me, this war movie at its core was just a great movie. Tell you what, we're gonna go take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with war movie spoofs here on the Mark and Andre Show. And we're back. Wow.
what the fuck?
That was the NFL Films. I forget who does the composing for that, but that's basically like in the Arctic tundra. The Denver Broncos were only 5 yards away. Dun, dun, dun. That's good though. And we're back.
On the fourth down, every player injured.
Get ready this summer. What happens when football players are packing on the field?
Michael Bay presents.
Michael Bay. So after war movies, let's go on to the most pivotal parody war movie of all time. And I say this with no exaggeration. I think Tropic Thunder is funny because it's a parody of a movie being made.
Yeah.
So it's like you get fake actors Ben Stiller plays Tug Speedman, and Kurt Lazarus being played by Robert Downey Jr., who plays a black person.
He plays a persona in blackface.
And then
that's his most controversial role.
Yeah, Jack Black plays like he's the funny fat comedian that's actually doing a serious role.
But he's basically Eddie Murphy, like. Well, because he did a Clump style film where it's a bunch of people.
You're right. So the what was it, the farts?
Yeah, the farts or something like that.
And then that little kid, that kid from I forget what movie he's from, but he plays the young like talent. He's all like, I remember Ben Stiller saying he was all like, "You keep doing the good work, kid. There's going to be a Kids' Choice Award in it for you. They'll slime you and everything." I thought Tropic Thunder I saw in the theaters. I thought it was hilarious. Mm-hmm. I think having Robert Downey Jr. and Jack Black and Ben Stiller still when they were within their kind of like Hollywood prime, when they were still good real estate. Robert Downey Jr. is still good real estate.
Robert Downey Jr.
Jack
had
Black,
the most impossible comeback I've ever seen in just Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was a great role for him.
I was really when people were telling me that he was playing Iron Man, I really was like, wait, Robert Downey Jr.? I was like, wow. But anyway, back to the casting is that Jack Black was still coming off his School of Rock stuff and everything. Right. So this was really good for all these guys.
Everybody was right where they needed to be. And then Brandon T. Jackson also happened to kind of be... Yeah. It seemed like they had the perfect group of guys that were like almost out the door.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't count Robert Downey, but everybody was almost out the door.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of just gave it their best in this film.
And if I was
surprise cameo by Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, he plays the producer, and then McConaughey plays Tug Speedman's personal assistant. I think.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that this actually was well acted, and you bring up a good point is that. When you have a star-studded cast like that, mm-hmm. your Brandon T. Jacksons need to act up to that caliber.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to get ripped by Robert Downey. You're going to get ripped by Ben Stiller.
Right.
And
keep your comedic chops up to par
exactly.
With these guys.
And I thought it was just funny, like the interaction between Robert Downey Jr. and Brandon T. Jackson. Like, you're like. I just thought it was funny because here's an actual black person,
witnessing this,
telling him what it is to be black. Robert Downey Jr. is telling Brandon T. Jackson what it is to be black.
But it's great because Robert Downey Jr. is almost a parody of himself in the film. Because remember, the actor is supposed to be like this super high caliber
actor.
I went to the most prestigious acting school known to man. I don't, what did he say? I don't break character until we start doing DVD commentary.
Oh, yeah.
like he stays in character. He's one of those, as they call them, method actors. Where he basically becomes his character for real. The identity of the original person is gone.
Yeah.
And they actually personify who they are.
A good example of that.
War movie.
A good example of that is Daniel Day-Lewis. For his Lincoln role, he actually spent a good number of days inside a log cabin.
What the fuck?
But he did a damn good role. I saw Lincoln when I saw that. I was like, wow, that's the back of that's the head side of my penny right there.
Really? I heard Robert Downey spent like 2 years in Atlanta before he did this role.
Oh yeah. He's all like, well, I actually lived in Compton for a long time before. Well, then again,
I played dice with him.
Imagine he does that. Robert Downey Jr. is a method actor. For him doing Chaplin, he probably went silent for like half a year, just because there was silent movies. I like him as an actor.
He went mute on purpose.
He's a definitely great actor, and it's gonna suck when they're gonna have to reboot Iron Man because
come on,
and he doesn't even look
old.
They're
not gonna do that.
No, they won't.
He fucking embodies that role.
Yeah.
Even the comics themselves, like, he is the face.
He looks like Tony Stark.
But not to go in on Robert, I mean, everyone in the cast did a great job. I don't know. Personally, I don't know why. I just can't. Something about Ben Stiller, or I just, like, I don't have a connection
I know
to
what it is.
Does.
No, I know what it is. It's because he's not in his heavyweights role. When he played, Uncle Tony. He's like, Father Sky, Mother Earth, and your dear old Uncle Tony. If you guys don't remember, Disney actually came out with a a Disney movie exclusive called Heavyweights. It looked like it was actually going to be set for a theatrical release because you see a bunch of edits of actual curse words
Right.
that were going to be said, but it was actually only made for Disney. It was like a Disney Channel movie.
Right.
This should have got a theatrical
It
release.
was actually pretty great.
I think this movie is very funny, and I think it's very hilarious. But Ben Stiller, to me, has this unique ability to be funny. But when he tries to do a serious role, you just can't take him serious because he's more funny than a serious role. Like
He's got this derpy face.
I look at
so
Ben Stiller
derpy.
and I'm all like, I see Meet the Parents, I see.
And those are the. I'm sorry to cut you off because all the roles you're about to say, I already know. It's that I'm this guy that's down on his luck and always fucks up everything.
There's something about Mary. There's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty was actually kind of a more serious role. But,
Actually, I heard that was phenomenal.
oh yeah, but I mean, he's kind of typecasted now. I mean, Night at the Museum, a bumbling idiot.
A bumbling idiot, and every
There's something about Mary.
The Steve Urkel template, right? Like,
Okay, yeah, I could dig that.
I go into a room, don't touch these vases, and don't touch this urn, and he knocks everything down in a perfect row and destroys the entire room.
Yeah.
And that's it. So Meet the Parents was that. Oh, I love this little kid. This little kid, I want him to be raised perfectly, and I don't want his first words to be something horrible.
Yeah.
And then his first word is asshole or whatever, right? Because he fucked it up. He knocked over a bunch of things and he screamed, "Oh shit, fucking asshole!" And then the little kid heard him, and his first word is asshole. Like all of his films are this, bumbling idiot. He just don't mess these things up. So Ben Stiller's gonna mess these things up. Don't zip your dick into your jeans before your prom date.
Oh yeah.
How'd you get your?
Yeah, I remember that. Or there's something about Mary's like, I always unload before a date. Jeez, man, that was one of. There's something about Mary's hilarious.
Sorry for a rant.
South Park. What were your first impressions when you saw it? Because I remember seeing it on VHS. I remember my brother actually borrowing it from a friend, and I couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was hilarious, especially because in the beginning, I don't know. Did you ever see the VHSs?
No, I just watched the show.
So yeah, in the
like a real man.
Like in the beginning, they have like this fireside chat with Matt Stone and Trey Parker, where they're actually like with a dog. Like, and they're like by a fireplace. It just looks stupid. It's funny. I'll show you later, but it was just funny to see that, and I was just like, then they're gonna show a show about kids, and it's TVMA. Like, when is it gonna get serious?
Right. No.
This is the episode where Kyle gets a pet elephant, and Cartman has this pot-bellied pig.
Yeah.
And the end result is that there's a Mr. Garrison looking like pig. He's like, oh, would you look at that? What a coincidence. Like, and I didn't get it when I was little.
But now that you're older, it's like, oh,
I
God.
got it, and I was like, oh my God. Like,
my first episode.
Imagine the adults getting that,
Oh,
too.
God.
You know?
And then being offended. Yeah.
Yes.
There's so much controversy behind the show, even back then.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing, Eric Cartman got invaded, or he got
probed
by
aliens.
And the whole Kenny dying every episode thing, like that fucked me up. It's like, he's gonna die every episode for real?
Yeah.
I remember laughing uncontrollably hard, but I had to laugh in silence because I wasn't allowed to watch the shit.
Yeah.
So I had to like laugh in secret.
Yeah.
But I watched all of the first season recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually pretty fucking immature. So it was perfect
Vulgar,
for
too.
its time, but it's immature now. But when you watch the current episodes, I won't say I'm like on it right now, but I'll say like maybe 3 years ago I was watching their most current episodes.
Yeah.
And they took a totally new route where it's just like this very modernized, almost Saturday Night Live approach where it's like the topic of the week and they shit on it on this super deep level.
Because they only have a few days to do it.
They do like a week.
It actually shows you the timestamp of how quick they actually get these episodes off the ground.
They do these episodes per week. Animation and everything, which is that's unbelievable. But when I first saw it, dude, I was in tears. I couldn't believe. I'm like, what? Is it always snowy here? Like, is there...
yeah, there's no summer.
What the fuck, dog? For what it was, man, I definitely enjoyed it, man. It was one of my guilty pleasures, along with Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead was good.
It was like my secret shit that I could watch.
Yeah, we're gonna score. Yeah.
And anything from MTV's Oddities, if anybody remembers that. Yeah. MTV had a series, it had basically an Adult Swim block, and it was called MTV's Oddities.
Wasn't 3 South on that?
I think it was.
3 South was short-lived, speaking of animated ones, but 3 South was funny to me because the guy Sanford looked stupid. and his friend looked even dumber. What was my favorite episode with South Park was when Earth was a reality show, and they actually were canceling it, and the two aliens have a really raunchy night out, and they actually doing some very sexually suggestive things.
Oh snap! I remember that.
Suck on my Zelma or jag on. Like, I don't know what they were saying, but it's like, and then Kenny took a picture of it. He took a Polaroid of it. That was funny. I liked it because you had this taco that was like I'm the representation of what you guys like most. And it's like a taco that shat out ice cream, that took mad dumps of ice cream. And like when they were walking, this fool was constantly dumping the ice cream. That was, to me, was my favorite. What was your favorite episode? The one that you could like go back to and be like, this is fucking hilarious.
You know, it was probably the film. The film.
Yeah, okay.
The South Park film. It's not an episode, I guess, but the film. I've seen. No,
it's not an episode at all. It's a movie. But okay, say what you want on my fucking show. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely the film because
funny.
I probably, no joke, like not to exaggerate, I've probably seen it over 100 times.
Really?
Like word for word, I know the whole film.
Dang, so you're kind of like how I am with a lot of Van Damme movies. Jeez. Satan is the husband of Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
You would think of it the other way.
Right.
But it's not.
Right. And
Come on, Satan. Come on, Satan.
Not now, Saddam.
oh,
You like that, don't you, bitch?
like it was very ridiculous. It's still childish to this day, but
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy the experience.
Very impactful. It is the modern day adult. It's the modern day Simpsons of the. The Simpsons.
No, one of their episodes was
yeah.
literally like everything they tried to do.
Yeah.
They're like, Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do this, guys. Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
And after a while, the characters start to look like Simpsons characters because
Yeah.
they could like losing their mind. But yeah, definitely, man. South Park, some of the most creative writing for these guys to keep doing this. And they're still going.
Yeah.
And they still have that raunchy edge. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. I've showed you Basketball before, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That shit
All
was phenomenal.
Anyway,
It's fucking.
I just wanted to put
the
the
Zucker
two-
directed
yeah.
style is ridiculous.
but with them in it, it's like the South Park creators. It's just funny. Okay, so let's go on to the next subject. I know you're on a time constraint here. I want to make sure to get this taken care of. This, you know what? Because I know we're on a time constraint here. What do you think is a telltale sign that technology has maxed out with the human race?
You're gonna have to answer that yourself because I don't think technology is maxed out. We're almost at the beginning of it.
I think when technology taps into the subconscious level, when you actually go into the psychosis of a human, like where you actually delve into their subconscious, which the subconscious to if a lot of people don't know,
If
is
you don't know
just,
what the subconscious is.
This is the deep thoughts that you don't like bringing out,
Right,
That
and
you
you
don't
readily
bring out all the-
access.
Yes, that you don't access all the time. We're talking like all these sensitive events that happen that you still remember, but you don't want to remember.
Right.
Once they start going into that and they start like remembering things for you, and you put like, I think Google Glass is barely touching the surface, and that's why a lot of people don't like Google Glass. I've seen tons of stories where people wear Google Glass inside bars, and people take photos of the Google. People take photos that people get suspicious of what the guy's doing with Google Glass on.
Right.
And I remember one guy ended up getting his Google glasses taken away because he looked.
He looks suspicious.
Well, yeah, because he had fucking stupid Google glasses on.
The design is bad. First of all,
you look like an
the
idiot.
shitty design.
That.
It's a
You
very
might as
bad
well.
design.
You might as well have the hat with the two beers with straws coming into it and saying that you're like not drinking and get pulled over by a cop. You might as well have that. Plus, like in the drunk driving ads, you probably have that beer swimming into your car up to the windshield. You couldn't be more obvious looking like an idiot with Google Glass on, and people think you're taking pictures. Good riddance to that. But
I think a lot of people are afraid of technology, and that's why they're forcing it to feel like it's maxed out. They want it to max out.
Once it gets into our retinas, like if you're able to insert, like if you're going to retrofit my brain with a slot that's going to take SD memory,
right,
or a USB slot, or something stupid like that, that's when it's done. That's when I think
you fucked up, because there's actually an artist out in the world right now. He declares himself to be an android. He is an android. He is the first known android to humankind. This guy, he's a human being, but he actually interlaced his human self with a computer. So
How?
he basically there's a portion of your brain that responds to certain things like timing. I mean, all of the attributes of your brain, basically.
Yeah.
He got it connected to a computer device, and it hangs over his head like an antenna. He's an artist. So this artist is able to paint sound. So whatever he hears, the antenna over his head receives, and it gives him color in his brain. So he can actually paint it out. But this guy can also pick up Bluetooth
You don't think this
connections.
guy's like feeding everyone shit? Like he just has an apparatus on his head that looks like technology?
No, because it's literally drilled into his brain.
Oh my god.
And he has wires in his head. He said there are a couple of flights, because this dude's a world-renowned artist.
So what did he say?
He tried to get on a flight, and they put him through customs. They're like, what the fuck is that? Hanging out of your brain.
Come out to fly?
They basically detached it from his brain. Like because they were like, this is a bomb or something.
Just for him to fly?
They had to, because they're like, we don't know what this is. So they like actually took everything off his head and just left wires hanging out of his head.
So he was attached to the Matrix.
Yeah. He truly is.
Yeah.
Like he is known as a cyborg, or sorry, an android. And this dude can receive Bluetooth like connections. He can connect to Wi-Fi. He personally can do this without going to a computer. He can just connect to.
So
things.
he sees the images in his head.
Yes. So if you played he actually has art. It's like the Beethoven Concerto No. 5 or something. Yeah. He can paint what it looks like. Because he receives
sounds.
Yes,
the actual score, or
no, he got like
not the notes. I'm saying
no,
art,
the whole song itself, what it looks like visually, he paints it out.
So now we're going to third dimensional song.
Yes,
because now you have an artistic
fourth dimensional song.
No, because you're taking a form of something and making it something else. I mean, fourth dimension is you.
Pulling from nothing.
Is you getting the data, like the actual binary encryption of something.
I mean...
But, okay, so we're just adding another dimension into song. Because I don't know whether it's third or fourth.
Right, but he's able to decipher something that you cannot visually see, receive it in his head, and then find a way to physically manifest that shit.
He's actually, like, doing the prophecies of, like, potheads when they're like, I can see sound, dude. I can see it, dude.
Check it
Imagine him like actually going to the ocean and hearing whale song.
I think he actually can. I mean, I'll give you some information.
He might short circuit
artist.
he might short circuit entering the ocean though.
he has DVDs of Short Circuit in his head, but
not the second one. But the
second one didn't happen. But in regards to technology, I guess some could assume it maxing out. That's not true. That's not true at all, man.
Well, how more can you get as far as being able to embed it into your mind? Like, where else can you go?
Well, we have
your
augmented
dreams.
Well, yeah. But they actually they have a way to monitor your dream. They have to. Okay, I follow a group called Futurism on Facebook. Okay, and basically these guys, they just post what is coming.
Yeah,
they already have ways to like paraplegics. Yeah. They have machines and devices that can make you walk. Like you just plug. Like you basically, it's a brace that determines your heart rate and your pulse and the energy that's going into your legs, and it helps you walk. So you can walk with the help of a machine. Yeah, there are machines that pump and regulate your blood flow. The creator of 5 Hour Energy, he found a way to regulate blood flow with this random machine, and it helps you live longer. There are so many devices and things that we're developing now. And it's just the beginning. We have augmented reality. We also have virtual reality. Augmented reality is just you put Google Glass, you put a set of glasses on and you can see things in front of you. Yeah. But other people have better developments better than Google Glass that aren't out yet. No, but we have hoverboards, dog.
Yeah, but my point is like after you get into the mind of a person, what more do you get? You can't go any deeper than that, bro. Like that's what I'm getting at is just
you can go into the fourth dimension, dog.
No.
You can go in the Tesseract.
Yeah, right. You know, if we ever start talking about the fourth dimension on here, we're going to start losing fan bases because people. It's hard to explain. Right. It's hard to explain with actual words. We have to have the person there. We have
to have a specialist break it down.
If you want to hear us talk about the fourth dimension, we'll be at DBA tonight in Pomona. I don't know how long we'll be, but pizza will be involved because I know we're going to go to the New York pizza place. Yeah. Hopefully, those slices aren't cold anymore. I'm putting you guys on blast because you guys got me a cold slice last time. But anyway, I'll bring the camera and so we'll see what we can do. Cool. Anyway, I want to thank every single one of you guys for being for actually listening to the Mark and Andre show. You guys don't know how much it means to me for me to actually give you guys insight whether it be Retro Collecting 101, whether it be the Paper Reviewed podcast. I'm glad there's wrestling fans out there. I'm glad there's retro collecting fans out there. And you know what? I'm glad there's people out there actually listening to what me and my best friend have to say. I don't like getting emotional about it, but dude, it's like...
He's crying.
You know, I'm extremely thankful. And you know what? If you guys keep listening, I do appreciate it. And if you want me to improve on whatever I need to improve on to make you guys listen, I'll do whatever it takes. It's something I've enjoyed doing for the last, how long is it? February? It's like February 25th or something.
Yeah.
For me to garner so many views, so many plays, it just goes to show me that I'm humbled by it, nonetheless. Anyway, I want to thank Andre for coming on. I definitely appreciate you coming on, and I did shake his hand. Anything you would like to do? Do you want to? You know what? I'll leave the floor to you for shameless promotion.
Oh yeah, forgot. I'm an instructor. If you guys don't know by now, I'm a hip hop creative writing instructor. Been rapping for like 12 years, and I've taken my skills into teaching. So far, I've just a small milestone for myself. I've hit up to 1,000 students per class. I can't believe it. It's something amazing. A lot of people are out there, you know, I've hit worldwide. I have people in Egypt and India like buying my classes. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in learning about creative writing for hip hop, or if you're just interested in the intricacies of hip hop songwriting, you can check out my class. I'll even send you guys, you know, really cheap coupons. My classes are $50, but I can give you guys special coupons for like $5 for the class. So, if you're interested, just hit me up on Punzy Speaks on Instagram, Punzy Speaks on Twitter, and Punzy Speaks on Facebook.
And if you guys have more information if you can't get Punzy's information but are able to contact me, let me know, because I definitely do vouch for this guy. If you guys haven't even heard his even mention your Bandcamp. Bro.
Oh yeah, my Bandcamp. Yeah, I forgot punzy.bandcamp.com. I'm also a producer, so punzybeats.
Punsy.
Yeah. By the way. Yeah.
Spell it out. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I was thinking a hard Z like the first time you told me. When you first time you told me.
It's Punsy. But yeah, if you guys are interested, hit up Mark or hit me up. If you guys are interested in any type of thing in hip hop, I can teach it. I mean, freestyling, I can get your freestyling up to 8 minutes, like no stops, no mess ups. Anything that you want to learn in regards to hip hop, I will teach it. You talk to me and I'll create the class for you. But other than that, enough shameless promotion. Thank you guys for listening, man. This shit is fun.
Thank you. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Stay safe out there. And have a good night. Thank you.